Hello and thank you for watching my tutorials. Today's topic is Grep, which means Global Regular Expression Print. Now I don't think anybody ever refers to it as that. They just use the term Grep, which is a very powerful tool that we can use for scanning text files for patterns. As with most command line utilities, you can type in the name of the command, a space, two hyphens, and the word help, as I have shown here. And then you can hit return and you'll see all the different options you have available for the grep command. Now I don't anticipate going through each of these options, nor do I think most people will use them, but we will explore some of the more popular ones and discuss how you can use them in your day-to-day lives. Let's examine the typical grep command structure. At the system prompt you would type in grep, a string, and a file name. Grep is the command we are running. This may be followed by certain flags or options to change how it behaves. String, that's the text we are searching for. Searchers are normally case sensitive, but you can use the -I option to ignore case. File name is the file with which we want to scan. You may also use the wildcard character, or you can search recursively through the entire directory tree. Let's step through some examples of how I can use grep here with my bash files that I've created previously. I'm just going to type in the command grep. I'm going to search for the string called bash, and I'm going to use the file name for class.sh. So in this command, I'm asking grep to look for the string value of bash, B-A-S-H, and the file it's going to examine is for class.sh. This is actually something that I've designed for my own students. I hit enter, and you can see in the program, bin bash with the shebang has been highlighted. I have demo bash script, and then you can see that bash var1 is not the same as bash var1 with a large B. This is a very important thing that I have discovered with many people who do programming, is that they forget that case sensitivity will make certain variables work or certain functions work in one part of the program, perhaps not work in another part of the program. But let's take a look at another way of using this. I'm going to show you using a flag with the -I, which I said previously will ignore case. So I'm going to use it to examine the exact same file, except this time using the -I. So I'm going to look for the word bash in the same exact file for class.sh. As you can see in this example, when I use the -I, it has found the use of the word bash both in lowercase, as here, uppercase, and within the word bash var1 and bash var1 here with the uppercase B. Really important when you're looking at debugging any kind of code that you look for instances where you may have used a variable name in one part of the code and use a different name in another part. In the last part of this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how grep works when I'm using a wildcard character. In this instance, I'm using the word grep, still searching for the string bash, but instead of specifying a specific file, I've used the wildcard character here. It's often called a star and is located above the 8 on most keyboards. And you can see now in this directory, bash files, I have a bunch of different instances where the word bash appears. You can see here in the shebang on the top of this args.sh program, which I've showed you before. I have a program file called demo, and it tells me it's a directory. But look down below. I have one program here for class.sh where the word bash is found 3 different times. Again, This is a great way to look for variables within your scripts or programs to see how often they are being used, and perhaps if you've made a mistake and they're not using the same case like I have here, I showed you earlier, it's not going to work right. But here's one example that I actually had one of my students show me just the other day. Here we have a prompt.sh file, and instead of using the exclamation point in the shebang bin bash, he used a number 1. Obviously, if you make a mistake like this, you might not see it right away when you're trying to debug your code. But with practice, these things become a lot more obvious. So this is just a very beginning of how to use the grep command. I will show you in another tutorial how to use the grep command to actually start going into some very good details over text files. Hi, I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, but more importantly, leave a comment so I know what type of topics you'd like me to go into next time, what things you'd like me to explore in more depth, and certainly how I can help you on your journey to become an IT professional. Thank you again.